What's up, guys? In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the newest release from Jack Wolf Knives, the Little Bro Jack. I'm going to start off with what I like about the Little Bro Jack, and then we'll talk about some of the specs. What's cool about this particular version, this is the Camo Carbon Flow Party inlays. These scales look super cool under UV light, which I guess is kind of a weird thing to point out, and I mean, when are you going to use that? I don't know. But regardless, they look really cool under UV light. The Little Bro Jack will be available on Friday, November 17th at 11 a.m. Pacific, 2 p.m. Eastern. All right, the next thing I really like about this one is the size. I like to carry a smaller knife a lot of the time, but mainly I just like variety. So having different options in the Jack Wolf lineup, I really appreciate. Compared to the Big Bro Jack, the close length is just over 3.5 inches compared to 3.9 inches. And the blade length is about 2.67 inches compared to about 3. And you see overall we are just under 6.25. So you can see there is quite a bit of difference there in the size, and that also translates to the weight, making this one I think about half an ounce lighter. I'll try and put this where you can see it. About 2.1 ounces versus I think this one is 2.6. Yeah. So the Big Bro, the Little Bro, they are a sleeve board pattern slip joint. And what I really like about this particular pattern is it's relatively simple. It's got some nice symmetry and it's ergonomic. So overall, just a pretty well-rounded knife. Ahaha. As you can see, the walk and talk is great as usual. The one thing that's different is the pull weight is a little bit lighter than some of the other releases from Jack Wolf Knives. And, you know, being a smaller knife, I think having a really strong pull weight would kind of be, it might make things difficult. So it's probably a smart choice to lighten that up a little bit. But still a really nice walk and talk. Look at that thing just jump, man. The one thing I noticed too, maybe I'm just a little bit crazy, but I feel like with this smaller knife, smaller blade well, and the lighter pull, it kind of gives it a unique sound too compared to some of the others, especially this first pull. Just sounds a little bit like maybe it's a higher tone. I can't tell for sure, but something about it sounds different. That one just sounds like beefy, man, in comparison. Even just small, simple, weird little details like that. I like having variety in my collection. There's some really cool versions of the Little Bro Jack. This one I think is going to be pretty popular. This is the Camo Carbon Flow Party. I've had Camo Carbon. I haven't had the Flow Party before, and it's a pretty cool material. Really digging it. I think this one's going to be popular. The Kieranite looks really cool. Kieranite Crystal Lake. Nebula Fat Carbon is always a big seller. There's Rosewood and Fat Carbon Dark Matter Copper. Let's talk a little bit more about the construction. Polished titanium Torx hardware. I like having titanium hardware, especially on a fun knife like this that's very customizable, because then you can do cool things like this. For the handle material, there's the integral titanium liners. End to end there with the bolsters is one piece milled out on either side. With the back spring down the middle, we have the carbon fiber inlays on this version. Blade steel on the Little Bro Jack is S90V. Is that different? Was this back in the M390 days? No, this is also S90V. Okay. Beautiful belt satin, very thin behind the edge, hollow grind. Really a beautiful blade. I love the grind lines of the belt satin, but some of the new versions that Ben's doing are really cool too with the DLC or the hand satin. I think they look really cool. I meant to show you all the swag at the beginning so I could get it out of the way. Looks like the artwork on this tube is by Sean Tiffany. You got the Little Bro hanging out. Little Bro Jack. Comes with 2 stickers. I already put one of them up on my safe. You get the Pog. Very nice cleaning cloth, rag, shop rag. And you know what? These are like the only cleaning cloths that are actually worth a damn, in my opinion. Off to the side of the camera in every video I'm doing, I've got a couple of Jack Wolf rags that I use for cleaning stuff off. Man, some of those little teeny starchy cleaning cloths that come with some other knives, like, what are you even going to do with that? Like, they're practically pointless. You also have a nice leather slip. Very nicely done, included for your use. And that's what she looks like in the slip. So that's all the swag. Swagalicious. Some of the best swag in the biz. I want to just compare the pull here to the Vampire Jack. And that does feel a lot stiffer in comparison. Going from this to this feels like a freaking 9 or a 10. Really, it's probably about a 8. You know what? I like the lighter pull, man. I like it. I mean, I always say I like having a strong back spring, and I do, but this is a good in-between. Like, this isn't too light. You still have that crisp half stop. It's not mushy like some other slip joints. You know, I wonder how other people feel about that, if they'd rather have something a little bit lighter like this, or if they prefer the stronger pull. Man, that is a good looking knife. That is the Little Bro Jack, guys. Pick one up while you can. Popular versions of Jack Wolf releases often sell out, so if there's one you really have your eye on, make sure to have your trigger finger ready. The drop is Friday, November 17th at 2 p.m. Eastern. There's some links down below to Blade HQ, SMKW, traditional pocket knives. Those are affiliate links if you want to support the channel. No big deal either way. And you can check out the full list of authorized dealers at jackwolfknives.com. Have a good weekend, guys. Stay sharp AF.